the soldier at ease. Now salute this past me that goes, y'all make them say, oh. Busting out the expedition, bullets chopping haters, business too about the size of prisms on mission. They heard me scary, no limit mercenary. No telling how bad it get, because the worst to vary. I heard you make them worried at this balloon. They intimidated by the rounds that the tank shoot. Tank dogs salute every robbery in school, 'cause they know everything we know.
Smashing, making my ends, smoking, big killer, getting high in the bins. Big ballin', smashing, making my ends, smoking, big killer, getting high in the bins. And the wind smoke goes as I crawl down on those 20 Lorenzo, smoke all up in my nose. Your eyes get froze as you see my low candy red Tudo, let my top down slow. Hitting my remote, sitting in my shit, presidential V12 with that AMG kit. Don't quit as I get high, from KC to H-Town, connecting Southside. Now we worldwide, watch me high side, fat, that blowing killer can't be denied. 187 thugs, oh yeah, we gotta love. Glowing sticky green, we flow through and above. Glowing sticky green, we flow through and above. Wanna be a baller, shot caller. 20-inch blades on the Impala, caller getting late at night tonight. Swisher roll tight, got sprayed by. I hit the highway, making money the flyway, but there's gotta be a better way. A better way, better way, yeah. She just had a baby and she gained a little weight. By size 6, 7, and 8. Open her small ass and little titties is out the gate. I've seen her later on, and she know I'm bringing a plate. Fuck a water and a salad. My baby say she needs something on her palate. She see the way she's straddling. She deserves Texas Roadhouse fuck. Yeah, she might be a little round, but she looks
Shimmy ya, give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bomb, voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Doge Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang killer bees on a swarm raid on your collage ass disco dawn. For you to even touch my skill, you got with the one killer bee and he ain't gon' kill. Now chop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states, I get psycho, killing on and bass. My producer slam my flow, it's like bam. Jump on stage, all then I dip down. For the ladies who know me, tell them who the fuck I be. For the niggas who know me, tell them who the fuck I be. My style comes down on y'all like rocks. By the dock, by the flock, by the creek, by the flock. Got East Coast locked down, padlock. My soul will be all down by the flock, by the flock.
Shake your ass, but watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you're working with. Shake your ass, but watch yourself. Shake your ass. I came here with my dick in my hand. Don't make me leave here with my foot in your ass. Be cool, and don't worry about how I'm ripping this shit. When I'm flipping what I'm kicking, this is what I do. I'm effervescing and I'm off that crescent. Nasty as a full-grown German Shepherd, motherfucker, keep stepping. They don't fuck with me and they don't. Y'all bitches can't catch me and they won't. Pay your fare, fix your hair, throw that pussy. Got a bottle for booty palace and down up for my baboon ski. You think I'm tricking, bitch, I ain't tripping. I'm buying if you got nice curves for your iceberg. Drinking hit, I'm not gonna lie, do something to me. Oh, this indecent proposal, make you do something with me. Fuck a dollar girl, pick up fit. And fuck a coward, you need a real dog. Off top, nigga, boxers, herb shit. Bend over, ho, show me what you working with. Shake your ass, but watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you working with. Shake your ass, attention all y'all players and pimps. Right now in the place to be. I thought I told y'all before, y'all can't fuck with me. Watch yourself. I'm sipping what I'm kicking, it's just what I do. I'm effervescing and I'm off that crescent. Nasty as a full-grown German Shepherd, motherfucker, keep stepping. They don't fuck with me and they don't. Y'all bitches can't catch me and they won't. Pay your fare, fix your hair, throw that palace. Shake your ass, but watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you're working with. Shake your ass. Cocaine prices up and down, yeah, it's pogo. Fresh Louis V button down, no polo. That's a BOCO. Yeah, BOCO. Cause you open up the brick, see the logo. BOCO, that's a BOCO. See the flakes in this bitch, that's a BOCO. Ain't nobody tripping, money already made. And the plug ain't tripping, he already paid. Talking white home jerseys, them Atlanta Hawks. 27 a kilogram, that Atlanta chalk. About to knock them all off, it's a murder scene. Until there's nothing in the bag, that bitch is murder clean. Fuck what you heard. These bitches barely happen. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. These bitches barely happen. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. The bitches capping. Follow Team Fat to get a few snapbacks. And all they screaming slow. Please bring the trap back. Broken 18 down in the 18. First you open up the brakes, see the logo. Cocaine purses up and down, yeah, it's BOCO. Oh, that's a BOCO. See the flakes in this bitch, that's a BOCO. Ain't nobody tripping, money already made. And the plug ain't tripping, he already paid. Talking white home jerseys, them Atlanta Hawks. 27 a kilogram, that Atlanta chalk. About to knock them all off, this a murder scene. Until there's nothing in the bag. 'Cause murder clean. Fuck what you heard. goes out to all the boys and girls. You want them thugs to come and turn your party out. You better take it to the house. Come on. Oh yes sir. Slip and slide, getting loose. More punch than your bowl of juice. And ain't nobody more jiggy than us. Stuff so rough it call his head rush. Like what? Get down. Give it to me, bring it here. Don't stop, girl. Shake it here, shake it there. Let money mark it off in your derriere. We off the chain for the whole year. So if you look with a big old butt, live in your own crib and make your own bucks, just hit me up, Drake.com, and tell me where you're from. Smoked out, choked out, we get off the train like we just broke out. You don't know about me, J-Dot, when I come though, all the haters get high. Cause I got more dank, more cheese in the bank, more rank. My dog's on drugs, yours ain't. My dogs do whatever yours can't. Cause we the men that's gonna make you get up out your seat and get down. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. It's the way we take it to the house.
Welcome everybody to round 2 of the TI Racing Season Madness. As we went from a round of 16 last week to this week, a round of 8, but actually only a round of 7, as Logan Hamilton will not be making it this week. So that means Dylan Rosenberg has already moved on to the Final 4. In tonight's main matchup, we'll be watching is Casey Carrington versus Joshua Dunn. These two heavy hitters will be going at it to see who faces off against Dylan Rosenberg in the next round. On the other side, we have Cinderella man himself, Nick Riccio versus Daniel Giroux, and Mitchell Mark versus Craig Martin, as they're trying to punch their ticket into the Final 4. As next week we go to Talladega. As you know, anything can happen there. And right now, as I said, Casey Carrington and Josh Dunn is the matchup we'll be looking forward to tonight. They're top of your speed chart. Josh Dunn with a 1:11.367. The Casey Carrington's 1:11.533. So these two are going to be duking it out all night long. There's a look at Casey Carrington and his 37 machine. As you see, we still have about 22 minutes of practice left. So we're going to try to get some interviews going.
Bud.
All right, Casey, I wanted to pull you up in here to the booth because notice that you and Don 1-2 right now in the speed chart.
Yeah, it's a little concerning. I didn't know I was going to have to really went to practice time, put up a good lap, so we'll see how it goes during the race. Track's getting hotter, it's getting slicker. I think it's going to come down to who makes the fewest mistakes.
Yeah, I was wondering how this matchup was going to play out, and as I can see already, it's going to be a Donnybrook tonight with you two.
Like I said, I wasn't sure what his road racing acumen was, so I didn't know, really what to expect. But should be a battle for the Glen should be the battle to advance, so be interesting for us.
All right, Casey, we're going to wish you good luck, and we'll be keeping an eye on you all night long.
Thank you.
Chris Lewis, you got a copy. Chris, I didn't need you to spin out there. You got a copy, Chris.
I just went around in a circle.
That's not looking good on practice.
Goodness.
So, Chris, who's your pick for this March Madness?
It's very sad who took it on here.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Tangle. Bye-bye. Have fun. Don't go back on your backboard with me,
Okay.
Chris, do you have a copy? Here we are trying to get a word with League Gunner Chris Lewis as he has his mic wide open. I can hear everything that's going on. Chris, this voice in your head is Wild Horse Broadcasting. Do you have a copy? All right. Well, Chris doesn't want to talk to us. Chris doesn't want to give his opinion on tonight's race for whatever reason. It's quite unfortunate, but I believe he picked Nick to win this whole thing right now. Needle Dick Nick, do you got a copy?
What's going on, Bo?
Good, good. You do got a copy. See, I'm trying to get some pre-race interviews here, and well, Chris couldn't reach his mic, so I had to call an audible. How do you feel about tonight, Nick?
You know, we're here. I feel like we're going to complete all the laps and see where it ends up. Like I said last week, I'm no expert in road course racing, but we're here to have some fun and see where we can end up.
Yeah, it looked like you just smoked that wall, Nick. That's not going to help you complete every lap tonight.
It will not, but that's where you got to learn your limitations in practice before you get into the race. So I'm trying to see where I can gain a little bit right now.
And what have you found out so far, Nick?
That this car is loose on throttle, and when you have cold tires, it wants to step out on you. But I think once you get warmed up and get going, it's actually driving pretty well. And I'm surprised we don't have much of a field tonight. It looks like we only got about half the field, but hoping we'll get some more right before the start of the race.
I say we got 16 showing up right now. Daniel Drew, your matchup, he's sitting 7th on the speed chart.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. He's apparently got a little bit more speed than I do, but, you know, remember the story about the tortoise and the hare, buddy. Speed doesn't always, the fastest car don't always win.
Nick, this is a stock car race, not some fable.
Hey, I gotta have some kind of hope and prayer tonight. You know, at least it's not a fuel mileage race.
All right, Nick. Well, we'll let you get back to practice, and best of luck to you tonight.
I appreciate it, buddy. You have a good night.
Kyle Ether, do you have a copy?
I do, sir.
All right, that's good to hear. I'm happy to know that you actually have a copy. All right, Kyle, you're out of the March Madness bracket for this season.
Sure.
Yeah, it sucks. You was the number 1 seed. Somehow you come in here and, well, you got beat by Nick. Well,
I
you beat
did,
yourself. You beat yourself. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you want to tell the world that you beat yourself again?
Yeah, I just forgot to take my tires on the green flag pit stop last week. No big deal. Tried to almost came back, made up a lap. Only 2 spots behind your Riccio.
That's true. You almost did get him there at the end.
I did. I was coming.
All right, so as we look at the team points here, right now your team of TI Racing is 1 point behind Showtime.
Yeah. I'm thinking that may go up tonight. Just based on what I'm looking at in the practice times. Hopefully I can get a good finish today. Our road course expert has not arrived. I'm worried he is sleeping. It is 4 a.m. in Russia, and without him, we are doomed.
Well, if I can just interject myself right there, I really don't feel bad about that at all.
Yeah, me neither, to be quite honest with you, in terms of the actual on-track activity. I'm, I was a little worried myself, but I heard he was a rocket ship, but a wild man, so you know how that could be on a road course.
Well, sucks that the TI plan isn't going to work out the way he thought it was going to work out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of how I figured it was work out personally. I'm surprised that Josh has as much speed as he does at this point. But, I don't know, hopefully he doesn't think the racetrack's his this week, because I'm not going to take any blocking, so...
That's right. See, I completely forgot about that from last week. This is why I need to quit giving you a live mic.
No, it's good, because you gotta know these things, you know. You can probably talk to anybody in this field and they could have told you the same thing. It's a shame because he's really not, you know, he's a good guy and was racing pretty good the first few weeks, but I don't know if it's the points getting to him or what it may be, but last couple weeks you get near him on the racetrack and he gets very frustrated. He was very frustrated at Dallas last week.
I mean, in all honesty, we've all been there with Dallas.
Oh yeah, but I'll say Dallas, you keep an eye on him. He's he's last on the boards right now, but he's been faster all around this year. Maybe not a road course thing, but he's been not terrible on the ovals. I've been very impressed.
That's a great backhand compliment by you, Kyle.
I mean, Dallas knows, I think, you know, where he lies, and I think he's done a lot to improve. He's been trying to go to the practices, asking Lewis where they've been, because he said there would be practices every week. And then his iRating's gone up. So, I mean, I got to give a shout out to Dallas. I think he's trying to get better, which is a lot more than you could say for a lot of people.
What's your outlook for tonight?
I just want a nice top 5, clean race. That's the goal. Don't get wrecked. Just keep myself in the points hunt. Don't do anything stupid. I think you can get away without taking tires tonight, and it won't kill you. But I'm still gonna hopefully take them on every stop and not make that stupid mistake again. But I don't know. I'm excited, man. We got the Piss Jug Man car out there. The Piss Jug Pit Crew's ready to roll tonight. We're out there in style.
Yeah, we are. We've only seen that car out there on the track once so far tonight.
Hopefully you don't see it in the wall at any point, but I can't make any promises.
Well,
I'm not
if you put it in the
a,
wall, trust me, we will catch it and we will broadcast it.
That's good. I'm definitely not a road course guy. This is definitely my weak point, like a Dale Jr., if you will. Just kind of trudging along, praying for other people to have trouble so I could sneak a top 10 or a top 5 out of it.
All right, Kyle, well, we'll let you get back to work, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you, sir.
We got another 6 minutes here to go in practice. As Josh Dunn, Casey Carrington, Kyle Ether, Dylan Rosenberg, and newcomer Carter Jackson, your top 5. Here's a look at Steven Johnson in the 9 car. Right now, he's 11th fastest in practice. There's a look at the 21 car, Quinn McLean. Right along with Dalton Wilson here as we round out our last 4 minutes of practice. See if he puts down a hot lap. Looks like Dalton was able to make it to the bus stop there pretty good. Very easy back on the stall, coming out of the carousel. See if it's a little bit loose there. Alright, Dalton's going to start his lap right here. See what happens. Watch running over that curve and the car makes it step out on you right there. There's a look at the one car of Stephen Melnick as we're rounding out the last 60 seconds of practice here. It's a new look car for Stephen and the Polk Audio. Practice is over. for Josh Dunn, your fast time with 1:11.308. He actually improved on his lap time to second place, Casey Carrington for 1:11.533. So we get ready for qualifying. This top two were over a half second faster than Kyle Ether in third. There's a look at the Selena 52 truck stop piss Jugman car. The number 8 car of Kyle Ether as he's making his way out there for qualifying. Ride along with Casey Carrington. See where he ends up here. Near Casey working that throttle up through the S's there. It gets a little bit loose coming out. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. As he makes his way through the bus stop and down through the carousel. Casey to finish his first lap. Boy, he's driving the hell out of it and he just messed up. Oh boy. Casey Carrington just put himself behind the 8-ball. As we're watching Josh Dunn come out of the carousel there. Josh Dunn, top of the leaderboard. Followed by Carter Jackson, Kyle Ether, Dylan Rosenberg, and Daniel Giroux, your top 5. right, 35 laps tonight. Let's go over the starting grid. Starting on pole, Josh Dunn. Outside him would be the 88 of Carter Jackson, followed by the 8 of Kyle Ether, Dylan Rosenberg in the 91, Daniel Giroux, the 92 starting 5th, the 22 of Craig Martin starting 6th, 7th Mitchell Mark, 8th Nicholas Cinderella Uricchio, 9th Steven Johnson, 10th Dallas Childers, 11th Quinn McLean, starting 12th Casey Carrington, as he had a little bit of an accident there in qualifying. Starting 13th, Steve Melnick. Ryan Whitaker, 14th. Chris Lewis, 15th. Dalton Wilson, 16th. And that's rounding out your field for tonight. Like I said, we're going 35 laps here at Watkins Glen. As the main matchup is not Daniel Giroux, but Joshua Dunn in the 7, starting on pole. Taking on 37 of Casey Carrington. As you see, he's way back there in the back. Pace car's in. Green flag is out. Josh Dunn firing off as we start 35 laps, caution free. Kyle Ether looking there on the inside, protecting the inside lane. Trying to get off to a good start. Carter Jackson's able to get out in front of him. Dylan Rosenberg coming up through the S's. Everybody's getting loose coming out. There's a look at the field heading into the bus stop. As you've seen, Carter Jackson able to make his way up to the lead there past Josh Dunn. Slip up just a little bit coming out of that turn, allowing Josh to get right on his back bumper. As we're coming to complete lap number 1. Ooh, you seen the 92 Giroux have a little bit of issue there. But Carter Jackson leads lap number 1. As right now you have Carter Jackson out front, followed by Josh Dunn, Kyle Ether, Dylan Rosenberg, up 7 spots. Casey Carrington in the 37. Look there of Quinn McLean and Dallas Childers coming together down there in turn number 1. It's Josh Dunn's right there on the back bumper, still looking on the 88 of Carter. He's looking on the inside as they head down here. Looks like Carter ran that turn just a hair. Leaving Josh able to look on the inside there. Josh Dunn going to lead lap number 2. Casey Carrington up to 4th. Look at this guy. He really screws it up on qualifying, but he's able to make his way through the field in that first 2 laps. Oh no, Cinderella. The clock struck 12, hasn't it? He's going down here in turn number 1. Goes off. It didn't crash too bad there. Just ran off track. Our racing scared me a little bit there. Josh Dunn got himself a nice 1.1 second gap over second place Carter Jackson. And right now, as you've seen, Daniel Drew had issues, and he's actually in the pits. He's in last place right now. Oh, God. Nick might actually make it another round. What's going on? There's some type of rigging going on. As Casey's looking to get by Kyle for third spot here. He's looking on the inside as they come into the bus stop. Decides to think twice about it. He's getting a nice look there at Piss Jugman. So it moves Kyle and Piss Jugman out of the way. As Casey Carrington takes the third. So right now, looking at this, Nick is up a lap or so on Daniel Giroux. Josh Gunn's leading the race. Casey Carrington's in third, chasing him down. Logan Hamilton isn't here, so Dylan Rosenberg has already moved on. Mitchell Mark and Craig Martin, they are running 6th and 7th. So let's take a look at them right now. There's Craig coming out of the S's. There's Mitchell as well. Mitchell's got a little bit of work to catch Craig, but it's not out of the realm of possibilities. Daniel Giroux, he is 2 laps down right now. See Casey Carrington off track a little bit here. Yeah, just pushing a little bit too rough. Comes off there. It's still all good. Keeps it going. This is sort of the race. As you see, the 92 just ever so slightly clipped the curb there. And yeah, took it into the pit road there and they nursed it around for a lap. So that mistake right there gave Cinderella another pass to the next round, quite possibly. You can take your tortoise and hare BS, Nick. I know you're listening. And that crap ain't going to work at Talladega next week, okay? Josh Dunn out to a 4-second lead over the 88 of Carter Jackson, followed by the 90 or the 37 of Casey Carrington. And the 8 of Kyle Ether, Dylan Rosenberg at the 91, rounding out your top 5. Here's a look at Chris Lewis, who decided to ignore the interview earlier on. But you heard Mike and everything that's going on. He's running in 8th spot. Carter Jackson has a little bit of company in the form of the 37 of Casey Carrington. Casey's going to have a 5-second gap he's going to have to try to make up here. She's looking on the inside of Carter. Third drag racing down in turn 1. engine bumping on the inside there just a little bit. They're battling up through the S's. Carter's able to pull back out in front of him. Gets a little bit loose there. Casey all over the back of him as they go through the bus stop there. As this is going on, Josh Dunn's pulling out to a 6.2 second lead. Steven Johnson was a little bit of an off-track incident there. Now, let's see what happens to Quinn here as he goes into the bus stop. Just went straight through there. Dalton Wilson with a little bit of an off-track here, which we'll see all day. Car got a little bit loose there for Ryan. He almost ate shit right there into the wall. Here's a look at Corey Jackson. Got a little bit loose getting into the turn. Pushes wide. A little bit off. Casey wasn't close enough to capitalize. Oh, Carter way off there. Casey was definitely close enough to capitalize on that one. All right, Casey, you're 8.2 seconds behind him. If you want to advance to the next round, you better get on your horse and chase him down. All right, we got some pits going. Mitchell Mark in, Daniel Giroux in the pit lane. As Mitchell is taking on the 22 of Craig Martin for their spot in the next round to possibly take on Nicky Riccio. Right there's a look at your biggest mover of the race. Up 10 spots to the second spot, Casey Carrington. As you've seen, Carter Jackson pitting. And as you heard in our pre-race interview, Kyle Ether is saying this might be a place where you can get away with not taking tires. We got 25 laps to go, so we shall see. Carter Jackson's still there on pit road. Let's see if Josh comes in this time around. Yep, he looks like he's slowing down for it. Yep, your leader, Joshua Dunn, coming into pit lane. Let's see what Casey Carrington does. If Casey follows suit. Yep, Casey's following suit. Kyle Ether's following suit as well. Is anybody going to go against the grain? Nope. Craig, you going to go against the grain? You're going to be like everybody else. Craig comes in. Let's see. Chris Lewis. Is he going to come in the pit lane? Everybody's coming in. Cinderella man. Cinderella man. He's going to go another lap. Love it. Nick, just don't run out of fuel because that will ruin your chances. Josh Dunn's back out. 7.8 second advantage. You see a 92 Dan Giroux looking on the inside of him there. As Dan is 5 laps down now. Josh Dunn making short work of the laps. Car of Dallas Childers there. Casey Carrington's 6.4 seconds back, and he's trying to close that gap as fast as he can. There's a look at third place, the Cal Ether and the Selena 52 truck stop. Speaking of Selena 52 truck stop, and after that pit stop, you know what? It's time to do a little bit of hog cranking. Alright, Josh Dunn out front by 6 seconds over second place. Casey Carrington. In third place, you got the 8th Cal Ether, the Piss Jugman car. Uh-oh. Looks like Carter might have got himself in a little bit of trouble here. Let's take a look. Oh, Carter gets into the wall there. That's definitely some wheel damage. Dalton Wilson with a little kiss to the inside wall there. And as you see it in the back, right there's the 111 Chris Lewis. Oh, he had no chance in hell ever making that turn. As you see, Kyle's 12 seconds back with Josh Dunn. As Josh has hit some traffic here right here at the bus stop. It's allowing Casey to close that gap from 6 seconds down to 5. As Casey Carrington's going to try to make quick work of these lap cars as he's trying to get by Steve Melnick. There's a look at Josh, and there's a look at Casey. 4.7 seconds separating the two. Casey's driving the wheels off that thing right now. Josh is trying everything he can not to make any mistakes. 18 laps to go. Carter Jackson led the first lap, and Josh Dunn, ever since then, has been out front. As Casey gets by Cinderella there through the bus stop, making his way up around Dalton Wilson. As Josh Dunn's trying to get by Steve Johnson, Dalton Wilson just crashed. What just happened here? Dalton just threw the grass there and decided to jump to the pits. We're down to 3.9 seconds. Casey Carrington is closing the gap. Last lap, he was over a half second faster, running the 1:12.771. Josh Dunn's 1:13.368. There's a look at third place, Cal Ether. Around 1:12.905. All right, let's take a look at some of these off tracks. Daniel Giroux, the 92. That one was pretty tame for him. We've all been there. Let's see the 21 Quinn McLean coming in the same turn there. Yep, just running out a little bit wide. Let's see, Dallas Childers. Oh shit, Dallas. That's coming out of turn one. Right there on that curb. Like I told you, you got to watch out. It gets real loose when you get in the throttle. Yep, you just heard the RPM spike right there. Right now, as we look at our bracket here, Casey Carrington is 3.8 seconds behind Josh Dunn with 16 laps to go. Logan Hamilton isn't here, so Dylan Rosenberg is already moving on. Craig Martin is running 5th as Mitchell Mark is a lap down in 12th. So right now, that's looking pretty good for Craig. And Daniel Giroux is 7 laps down to our leaders. And also 6 laps down to Nick Uricio running 10th. The Tortoise is possibly going to move on to Talladega unless he completely steps on his dick. Josh Dunn, 15 more laps to go. Just needs to run a clean race. Did you see Casey's 3.6 seconds back? Let's close the gap a little bit, not by much. He only ran 10 faster than Josh Dunn that last lap. Kyle Ether is almost a second off of the leaders there. There's a look at that great looking car. Your top 3, their best lap times all in the 111s. Josh Dunn coming in for his pit stop, followed by Carter Jackson. Casey Carrington coming in as well. Let's see what Kyle does. I imagine Kyle's going to follow suit. Yep. Let's see what happened to Quinn. Quinn just getting loose off the exit of 1 there. Puts in the wall. Uh-oh, what happened there? Casey Carrington getting off pit road. Oh, Josh Dunn. Casey Carrington giving chase. Looks like Casey's got a little bit of damage there on the left front. That's possibly going to affect him. Especially right here on the straight shot. Dylan Rosenberg out front. Coming out of the carousel there. Let's see if Dylan brings it in. Yep, he's coming in. So he's falling to 36. A Cinderella into the pit lane there. As Josh Dunn regains the lead. followed by Casey Carrington there, who's only 2.3 seconds back and gaining. Casey's driving the hell out of that thing. He's within a half second of the leader, Josh Dunn. This is the first time we've seen anybody besides Carter Jackson really start to challenge him. Let's see how Josh deals with the pressure. Casey going into the bus stop here. He's able to open up that gap a little bit. Casey Carrington short pitting there. Josh clips the curb a little bit. There's Kyle Ether up to second spot right now. As here comes Casey Carrington out of pit road. He's not going to have to stop from here on out. He's 27.3 seconds back of Josh Dunn. That's Josh coming out of the carousel there. Let's see if Josh brings it in. Josh Dunn bringing in the pit road here. Josh takes fuel only and he's out. Puts him neck and neck with Casey Carrington right there. Casey is able to leapfrog him in the pit cycle. Oh boy, that changes everything here. 8 laps to go. Kyle Ether out front, over 8 seconds. And the race here off the pit road between Casey Carrington and Josh Dunn. Josh Dunn driving the hell out of that thing now. Seven laps to go. Cal Ether out front, followed by Casey Carrington and Joshua Dunn. Dylan Rosenberg, 14 seconds back from your leader, followed by the 22, Craig Martin in 5th. Is that Wolf Crow starting to look a little bit smaller and smaller out that front windshield? Chris Lewis getting the hell out of the way, thank you. It's Casey Carrington and Josh Dunn going to battle out of the carousel. Josh Dunn on the inside there. Casey looking to cross over. Oh, they get together. Let's see what just happened here. Looks like Josh braked a little bit earlier than what Casey anticipated. And Casey pretty much parked Josh right there into the tires. Boy, I have no idea how to call that one. Let's see what happened here to the Rosenberg. Josh was there on the inside, and Josh in a hurry and pissed off and turned Rosenberg. Dylan just an innocent bystander here. I know Dylan's not going to be happy about that one. Right now, we got 5 laps to go. Cal Ether out front. Over 5-second lead. Second place of 37 at Casey Carrington. after having some contact with the 7 of Josh Dunn. 4 laps to go. Let's see Steve Melnick have a little bit of an issue. Ooh, Melnick into the wall. Cali Ether, 1.7 seconds over second place of Casey Carrington. Casey's starting to close that gap. We're coming to 3 to go. Piss Jugman out front right now. Three laps to go. Cali Ether out front, followed by Casey Carrington as Casey's dive bombing it in there. 0 F's given for that one. Casey Carrington out front. Cali Ether now in second. Josh Dunn, 7.2 seconds back. Josh is closing that gap. Oh, what happened in Dallas? Oh, Whitaker Chevy on Chevy. Hatred. Happened all right in front of Josh Dunn. He's 6.3 seconds back. Running for all he can get. Two laps to go. Casey Carrington out front, followed by Kyle Ether. And you got Joshua Dunn. Dylan Rosenberg at 91. Craig Martin looking to advance to the next round, 5th. There's Ryan Whitaker in the Kevin Whitaker Chevy. Followed by the 111, Chris Lewis in 7th. Steven Johnson at 9th. Getting passed actually for 8th spot by Cinderella, who will be moving on to the next round somehow. Amazingly. Miracles do happen. Only got 5 cars on the lead lap. Casey Carrington coming to the white flag here. Final lap. See if Josh Dunn's able to get second spot from Kyle Ether. This is a points battle here. Josh Dunn within 2 seconds of Kyle Ether here. Coming out of the final turn, Casey Carrington's looking to bring it home. Kyle Ether's going to bring it home second. Joshua Dunn's going to bring it home third spot. Here comes Dylan Rosenberg fighting for fourth. Craig Martin's going to bring it home fifth here. So if we take a look at the standings here, Nicholas Uricio, Cinderella moving on to Talladega, the final four to take on Craig Martin, Dylan Rosenberg, and Casey Carrington are going to be your final four at Talladega. All right, let me go ahead and pull up Discord here and try to get to our third place finisher, Joshua Dunn. Hey, Josh, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Josh, go ahead and give us a rundown of your night. You were out front there for the most part of it, and then chaos happened.
Yeah, it was a great race. I love this track. It was a lot of fun. Good racing with Casey. Guy is wickedly fast everywhere we go. Got to give him credit for that. And um, yeah, fun race overall. Just was able to kind of gap the field a little bit, get some air, and ran smooth. And yeah, we were just kind of saving off fuel. Was starting to look at the fuel gauge and like realize, oh shoot, like we're gonna have to fuel up a little bit. And tires were feeling good, so I wasn't worried about that. But yeah, the 98 now we're just kind of running together smooth, and it was fun. And we go down into, I think it's turn 6, and got a clean pass on there. And I don't know, I got a nice little run on the inside into 7, and to take the inside for every right to take it, I felt like. And I feel like I just got a dump, honestly, is how it felt. I got cleaned out. So, it was, maybe I blocked that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the replay, but that was tough. But still in third place, great points night. Um, Overall, it's been a fun series to run in. So yeah, it's been great. Congrats again to Casey, spin and win. It's a good one, you know. So good stuff. A lot of fun.
All right, Josh, go ahead and give a shout out to all your people. We seem to be having a little bit of audio issue with your mic there. I don't know if it's connectivity or not, but go ahead and give a shout out to your people.
Yep. Just want to thank everybody in the league, and thank you for having us on, Chris. You're the man, and appreciate you being able to do this, man. It's been a lot of fun.
All right, Joshua, we'll see you next week at Talladega, and you're still in the points battle for the season championship.
That's what it's about right there. Yep.
All right, we'll see you next week, Josh.
All right, guys. Take care.
Second place, Kyle Ether.
How'd he do?
How'd you pull that one off, buddy?
Well, I was faster than I thought I was going to be, which was good. I was looking at a nice third, and then they had to make that extra pit stop, which there's no way I was doing that. I had to save like half a lap, so that's what I did. And I finished 4 seconds behind the race lead at a road course with no cautions. That's a win in my book.
Yeah, I was wondering about your strategy there, and I was happy to see somebody went against everybody else.
Yeah, I always thought it was a 2-stop race. I felt like it was 2 stops if you were slow enough, which usually I am, but I had more pace than usual today. So I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I've got to save a little." But there was no way I was making third pit stop. There was no chance. I was either saving or running out.
Why don't you go ahead and give us a quick rundown of your race there? Because, I mean, you qualified decent. It seemed like you were running top three the whole race. Well, top four. Were you shocked to see Casey as quick as what you did?
I was shocked he wasn't quicker. I'll give a shout out to Dunn. He was a lot faster than I thought he would be on a road course. Uh, didn't even really consider him to be. I thought he'd be kind of around me. We'd kind of be racing each other, but he was fast. I heard he maybe made a bad block, but yeah. I mean, the piss jug man Nissan GTR was really good. Had good handling. Piss jug pit crew had good stops all day. Um, yeah, I mean, I was just kind of chilling. At one point, I was like 15 seconds behind the lead and like 15 seconds ahead of Rosenberg in fourth. So I was just kind of making sure I finished the thing, didn't bin it. That's usually what I do on these things. So just wanted to keep it on the track this time, get a good finish. Worked out.
Yeah, it did, Kyle. I didn't expect to talk to you tonight at the end of all this. Good points night for you overall as well.
It is. I'll tell you though, with Casey winning again, I think after all the drops, he's gonna be right with us with his points, like right with us if he's not gonna be the points leader soon here. So we're gonna have to do something to stop his reign of terror. I don't even know where we are next week, but I gotta do all I can to beat him next week.
Talladega.
Oh Lord, have mercy. Survive in advance, I think is the term I'm gonna change that to.
Next week's car count, we're going to go from 16 cars to 36 cars. Watch.
Oh, you 100% will. And yeah, so never mind what I said. The goal next week is to make sure we get to the finish. And if we get to the finish, I think it's pretty much a guaranteed top 10, top 5 if you can not crash with how these super speedway races go. So, I mean, I crashed 2 or 3 times at Daytona and still got 5th. So, hopefully it's not a complete mess, but you never know.
All right, Kyle, go ahead and give a shout out to all your people.
Yeah, shout out to TI, the teammates who were here tonight. It was just me, Chris, and Steven. It was a small bunch. Big shout out to Chris on the P7. I got to give it to him. Best run I've ever seen on a road course for the old 111 machine. So good for him. Shout out to Casey on the win. Shout out to you putting on the broadcast and making my beautiful paint. This is the best one so far, I think. And yeah, I didn't have to use the piss jug today, but it was kind of a short sprint, so maybe next week.
All right, we'll see you next week at Dega.
Yes, sir.
First place, Casey Carrington. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I've got a copy, but I've got not done it. I don't have much of a car left, so if you can loan me some money for next week for Talladega, I'll be able to maybe hit the track. I've torn up all my race cars tonight, I guess.
Yeah, well, let's first talk about qualifying there. That was pretty eventful.
Yeah, there was just something about those pedals in that car I didn't like, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to race this thing, so let me just kill it here in qualifying. And no, I mean, I was supposed to be doing a banker lap there, and got a little too aggressive with it, and was fishtailing down the entire straightaway, and finally lost it right as I crossed the line, so neither lap counted. And that was precarious having to start back there in 12th or so. Hell, I think I was like up to 8th by the time we got to turn 1 because it was such a disjointed start. But yeah, that was the qualifying was not the best that it should have been. I don't know if I would have been able to beat Joshua's lap or not, but I didn't even have a chance.
Speaking of Joshua,
well, first up, before we get into that, the first guy I wrecked with, and with Carter for third place or whatever that was, I didn't see the replay, and he was talking post race, but I couldn't like it was cutting out, so I didn't know what he said. But I think he was on the inside going into turn 1, and I just kind of tried to tuck in and let him get in behind me or get in front of me and all that. And I tuck in behind him, and then I guess he was just having to slow more for the corner, and I kind of ran him over. That sucked, but it evidently he got a pit road speeding penalty later on, so it wasn't really that incident that ruined his race. But I still felt bad about that one. And you said something about some other incident, huh?
yeah, some other incident. in and out of Joshua's mic cutting there in his interview. I did pick up that he did express that he felt like he got cleaned out by you there in the final turn.
Well, I mean, I let him go into the turn before that. He had the run coming out of the carousel and was along the inside, so I broke a little early. I wasn't trying to fight him there. I was like, well, I'm gonna let him go, let him have the spot, and then I'll try to cross him over. And well, when I went to cross him over, I haven't seen a replay. My game was bugging out after I did that reverse burnout, so I guess you're not allowed to do that. But so I don't know. Maybe I did clean him out, but to me it felt like I was trying to turn down into the corner, and he was kind of washing up out of the corner. He was doing like a wide exit, and I was doing like a late entry, and we kind of ran into each other, and that sucks because it seems like anytime I try to pass somebody in that race, it ended up with me running into them. But I guess it was really those only two. But either way, it was going to be a fun race. I pit the lap before him to try to undercut him, and it worked. And got out in front of him. Then I had a bad run out of the carousel, like I said, and he got alongside me, and I let him go. And I would have liked to have played that out the last 5 or so laps of us trying to navigate around Ethier, who was on fuel save mode. But that didn't happen, unfortunately. I saw he was able to recover to third, so at least it didn't take him out completely. But yeah, that was. Hey, you got your dramatics for the bracket because I didn't even think about that till just now that it was me and him for the bracket. So there was the Salina 52 moment of the race.
That is definitely the Selena 52 truck stop moment of the race series. Yeah, I'm watching the replay, and I don't know, Casey. I don't think you're going to be on his Christmas list.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I did clean him out. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't see the replay, so it wasn't intentional. I mean, like I said, that was going to be fun because I'd run him down from like 8 seconds, from missing qualifying, and I was looking forward to that. I was kind of hoping he was going to pit the same lap I did so we could battle it on the outlap on cold tires. But, sucks for him. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's only one or two spots, but still, I know out of what you thought should have been a win. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that.
Well, you are moving on to the next round. You will be facing Dylan Rosenberg at Talladega. And as we know, Talladega is a wild card track, so I could ask you how you feel about it, but it really doesn't matter how you feel.
Yeah, I know. I guess I'm gonna have one West car that'll be willing to draft with me, or maybe even two West, depending on if Carter's there. But, um, yeah, Talladega. I mean, Talladega, like you said, it's a wild card. I mean, I've probably got like 50 league starts at Talladega and Daytona, and all the leagues I've ran in. I don't think I've ever won a single race there. So, congratulations to Rosenberg for most likely advancing to the finals, and hopefully he's going up against Craig.
Yeah, I was going to say, on the other side, you have Cinderella versus Craig Martin.
And you got Cinderella versus Rapunzel, I guess. But no, yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, it's probably going to come down to the stretch out of turn 4 on the last lap all the way down there to almost turn 1 where the start finish line is, and that'll set the stage for Charlotte here in 2 weeks.
Yep, very true. All right, Casey, go ahead and give a shout out to all your people.
Shout out to my team, Showtime Racing, Craig, Dylan, Melnick, Drew. Drew had a bad night. I'm sure you documented that well. Shout out to those guys. Shout out to Chris for doing the week. Shout out to everybody that showed up. These cars are a handful, to say the least, on road courses. And thankfully, this is, I guess, the last time I'll be driving this car on a road course. So, um, but yeah, it's shout out to those guys. Shout out to you for doing the broadcast. Shout out to anybody that watched. And shout out to Piss Jug Man.
All right, thank you, Case, and we'll see you next week at Talladega.
Yeah, that's it.
Cinderella, do you have a copy?
I do. Streak continues, sir.
Every goddamn week, I stack the deck against you, and somehow you come through once again.
I told you before this race began, we're going to complete every lap. That's our first thing to do. Looks like Dylan had some trouble to begin with, and I got to tell you, this is probably the most impressive top 10 I've ever had. And the fact that I don't usually run well at road courses, and I just kept puttering along, and I actually saved some of my fastest laps for the last 3 races. So I got faster as the race went on. We'll see what happens. I told you if it gets to Dega, it's every man's game, and I've gotten to Dega now. So I'm excited.
You have, and I can't deny you that. And now we are going to Talladega, to where you do have a chance of winning that race.
I do, and I'm going against Craig Martin. I just saw when the bracket got released, and I'll tell you, man, since me and Craig started, Craig's been in the league just as long as I have, and I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he's probably the most improved driver over the years. I mean, I think he's what, third or fourth in points, and no one ever really talks about him, but Mr. Consistency. I'm happy for him, but obviously I'm hoping the 36 team and uh, Query Sauter and Eurykio can keep going forward because Cinderella man ain't turning into a pumpkin anytime soon, sir.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Craig? I figure, you know what? Let's have a little interview with our matchup for next week at Talladega.
Sounds good. Good idea.
Craig, I was just giving you props. I think you're probably the most improved driver of the league over the years, and the fact that you're what, third or fourth in points right now, and always running top 5, top 10 nowadays.
Yeah, thanks very much, man. I don't know what it is, but I mean, over the last couple of years, I always kind of got in the position and ended up eating a fence at some point. So I think I got the voodoo out of the car, so things are running good. And
I hate to
yeah.
cut in, but Casey's cutting in here. I just saw the replay. He broke about 100 feet before the braking marker. I didn't do a damn thing wrong there. I thought I thought maybe he missed the corner or something. No, he yeah. So I'd like to retract my taking of the blame for that wreck with Joshua and say that maybe he should have actually driven the corner like normal. And anyway, I'll let you continue your broadcast, Bo. I just wanted to get my piece in. See you next week.
See you next week at Talladega. I'll tell you, this is what I love about Wild Horse Broadcasting.
The Salina 52 parking lot post race show. Moment of the post race show right there. But anyway, congratulations, Craig.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you, this might be the best post show we've ever had.
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
so
I got to
what?
tell you, I'm gonna throw this out there. I don't know exactly what happened there. I watched it, but when you're a slower car on that track and people let you by, you heard Casey come over to radio and thank people. You heard Kyle come over to radio and thank people, and the only time I've heard Dunn on the radio all season is him complaining about somebody. So just throwing that out there. I don't have any animosity towards him. He's a better driver than me, but thought that was pretty interesting. And then apparently he gets taken out, but oh well.
Craig, what's your opinion for next week at Talladega?
Just trying to survive. I mean, put myself in a good position with 10 to go and see how everything kind of shakes out. Hopefully I don't take damage early because I mean that's a tough way to go some days. But yeah, you have a great run. Good luck to Nick up until game time, and then yeah, I think we'll have a pretty good run.
Craig, I'll tell you, that's a pretty play for, I was hoping for a little bit of shit talking like everybody else just went on. But you know what? You did the Canadian thing, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, good luck, Craig, man. Hoping maybe me and you could be 1-2. I'm 1 and you're 2, but I'm excited about next week.
That's not a super bad result anyway. I mean, this is a fun little in-season run. So I mean, whoever wins is awesome. But yeah, I hope we put on a good race for the fans, and yeah, everybody has a good time.
All right. You just heard it right there from Craig Martin and Nick Eurykio as they were talking about their next week's matchup. I mean, while we're doing it, you know what? I'm also just going to get Dylan and Casey, too.
I had known he was going to be that.
Dylan, you got a copy.
Oh, broadcast is still live.
Uh-oh. Yes. You watching this, Bo?
Yeah, broadcast still live. I'm not watching you right now, Cal. I'm trying to do our head-to-head matchups right now. We got Craig. Well, we had Craig and Nick. Now we got Dylan and Casey. Dylan, how do you feel about going in Talladega, taking on Casey Carrington, who is right now the hardest thing going in TI?
Well, from being honest, every league race I've took part in that Casey was in, whether it was here or All American or the other league we ran, he's wrecked out of the lead at Talladega every single time. So I like my chances.
Casey, would you like to retort?
I like his chances too. Like I said in my interview, my first interview, and that was I guess a trilogy. Um, yeah, I mean it's gonna come down to like I said, who gets the best run coming out of the tri-oval in the last lap, and I'll probably be half a lap down with about 3 minutes of damage, especially if the seven has his way. So
Checkers or wreckers?
yeah, I mean the one key thing for me is to make sure that I don't make a mistake of hitting the brakes halfway down a straightaway like somebody did tonight, and if I don't do that, I should have a pretty good chance of having a chance at a win. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll see everybody next week at Talladega, folks.